One of the things I know you've changed up for this camp is you're working with Tyler Minton, the Melee way, for your weight cut. How's that going, and how did that relationship get started?
I was out in Albany for John Volante's fight, and he was working with Brian Camozzi, and I ended up, we just grabbed lunch with like Camozzi and his team, and he was there. I just started kind of talking to him, and I wanted to try something different, and it ended up working out really great. My weight at this point has never been better. I felt like I'm more ripped than usual. It has to do with him, and we used a meal service company called Eat Clean Bro. That's out of Jersey, and what that really did for me, even though most obviously there's like billions of those type of companies, but to have 4 meals available to me every single day. They ship twice a week, so every 3 days I got new meals. It just made it easier not to, like, once my weight came down from just working out hard and eating right, at that point usually I'd start having some cheat meals every once in a while because my weight was good. But because I had those meals to eat every day, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to keep eating this instead of going out to the deli or grabbing some, maybe a slice of pizza with everybody after working out.
One of the things, I know you were with Perfecting Athletes before. Tyler Minton seems more focused on the individual. Do you find that it's not, because Perfecting Athletes works with a lot of different athletes like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who you know. Do you feel like this is more personalized for you?
I just, Perfecting Athletes is awesome, and I have nothing bad to say about them at all. They help me a lot. They're very great. I highly recommend them for anybody. But for me, I was coming off with 2 losses. I just wanted to make a switch, and I got to know Tyler, and it was a good fit.
Mousasi's obviously got a lot more experience than you do in terms of MMA fights. He's been fighting for a long time. Do you think that's kind of a meaningless stat in this fight, just with the fact that you've fought only high caliber guys pretty much since you've won the title?
Yeah, it's nothing that I put too much into. I know he's very relaxed. He is experienced. He's fought for a long time. I've competed for a long time. I've probably had bigger fights than him. I have more experience in big fights. So, you could collide them against each other. Maybe it cancels itself out, but I think that's not an X factor at all in this fight.
And, throughout your career, you've been underestimated so many times. No one seems to give you credit, and even in this losing streak, they're not looking at the guys you fought as opposed to anything else. Musashi's fought guys that, aren't as high caliber as, say, some of the guys you've fought. Do you feel like you're kind of being overlooked again in this fight? You're the underdog, actually, on the betting odds.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm definitely being overlooked, and I love it. This is where I love to be, right in the position where people start thinking that a guy's going to beat me, and I'm able to prove them wrong.
And one thing we've seen is that your wrestling's obviously very good, but you don't use it too often in your fights. Mousasi hasn't fought really a high caliber wrestler in his last couple of fights. Do you feel like that's going to benefit you in this matchup?
Yeah, definitely. Whether I'm taking him down or not, the element of surprise in my takedowns opens up everything.
It seems like the way to beat Mousasi, other than knocking him out, is really getting in his face. That's what Jacare did. Do you sort of look at that fight as a catalyst of how to beat him?
I'm not really into watching too much tape, but my style is pressure, and I take risks. I go for it, and that will never change. When we're on our feet, I'm going to try to knock him out, and if we hit the floor, I'm going to try to submit him. There's no hanging out, waiting for the time to take down. That's just not my game plan. So I just go for the kill.
Thank you so much, Chris.